Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little bit of a kit share with you. I am playing along with our new titled series. You may have been familiar with the 4 Gals 4 Sketches, and now we are Sketchy Friends and their paper crafting challenges. So essentially we pick every quarter, we picked lots of different things, a collection, a manufacturer, and then we add some additional prompts for the creating the layouts. So today, what I have for you in this month's focus is 49 Market, with a special focus on using background stamps and rub-ons. So I'm going to share with you my kit and my kits, and then I guess I can show you my background stamps as well, and the rub-ons that I'm bringing in. These will definitely be a lot faster and easier. So let me do these. These are, I'm sorry for the glare. No, it's kind of better here. So I have a bunch of these essential text blends. I have them in this color Mariner, Lagoon. I have them in Hickory. So there's a ton in these. I've used them before, but we'll continue to use them. This is some additional rub-ons from... This is the Vintage Artistry Everywhere Rub-Ons transfer set. I've played with this as well, but I'm looking forward to continuing to play with it. Yeah, here you have that. And then I have another Vintage Artistry Everywhere. These are called Defining Words. So I don't think I've used any of those. And then I have 2 different sets of rub-ons. This one is the Wherever Fly rub-on transfer, so a lot of flight type rub-ons. And then this one is the Wherever Blendable rub-on transfer. So many, again, creating backgrounds and different things like that. I just love the way these 2 looked. So that is my rub-ons. These are, I don't think I'm going to use all of these background stamps, but I tried to pick the ones that I think would be most usable with the kits that I have put together, the page kits. So I have this one, never used. I have used this in the past, I believe. I have used this one before. I love, and forgive me, I don't even know where I got these stamps. I've picked them up all through the years, and I've gotten rid of the packaging. But lots of like wordy bits here to make some backgrounds. I have pulled this one in. I think I'm going to try to document some water, and I thought this would be cute for bubbles. So I think that's why I brought this one in. I brought in a couple of my stitching so that I can pretend I'm stitching and really stamping. Again, more of the text and background stamps. These are really, really cute as well. Here are some tickets and some additional stitching. So that's it for the 2 prompts. Now let me show you the actual kits. I do have my photos already selected, so that is really great. I have thrown in, let me just grab these. What sometimes with 49 Market, what I find is making myself use a smaller amount of supply sometimes works better. So I've paired up these 2 papers. I don't know if it's that way or that way. I do know I want this one. And sometimes it just helps me to refine what I want to use and see if this will work before moving on to, let me show you, to this. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that is overwhelming me. So I needed to focus, zoom in a little bit better, focus on these elements to see if they work, and then if they don't, then I'll go over there and I will grab some additional stuff. But guys, that is overwhelming. Those are all of my 49 and Market things, mostly ephemera. And I just could not see myself taking them in and out of packaging. So let me tell you that this is from the collection, the Wherever collection, and it's called Just Drive. All right. So moving along to the second one. I love these papers. What I ended up doing for this one is a little bit of a cheat, only because I ended up going to my scrap room collections and I found two or three that I have brought in because I don't have any more of this that I can think of in my stash. So I've gone ahead and since I recently completed my December daily for 2024, I had some additional photos that I wanted to put into a larger format. So I loved this paper. So I wanted to go ahead and use it. What I love about the scrap room is that they do have more of a sampling of the bits and bobs, if you will. And so this is not overwhelming to me. I can easily kind of pick through this. It's a mix of die cuts and chipboard. And I think I will be able to make it work with just these. So that is that one. And I have one more. Give me 1 second here. And this was using, this is what I kept forgetting. This is called, the collection is Christmas Spectacular. And this paper is called Homespun. And the scrap room does give you 3 pattern papers. I believe these are all from the same collection. Yeah, this one is called Postmark. And then this one is called Exemplified. So here's the A sides, just in case you're wondering, what year is this? 2023. So here's those, and then here is the back. Both very usable, and the scrap room always gives you a couple of sheets of cardstock. Okay. Then we have this very summery looking, this is by Spectrum, 49 and Market, but it's called Spectrum Gardenia. This is called the Pinwheel. This one is the one that is facing up because it caught my eye. These other ones are beautiful as well, but let me show you here. This was called Menagerie Medley. And this one is called Fragments. All from Spectrum Gardenia. And these are the B-sides. That's gorgeous. So is that. Okay. And for the scrap room, they always give you a couple of sheets of cardstock. And the sampling of supplies is something I also, as I mentioned earlier, what I love from them. This go around, it looks like I got a bunch of different little things. So let's see. I do see some enamel shapes here, circles and hearts. There is some chipboard here, some die cuts, some smaller die cuts, and some much bigger die cuts as well. So yeah, there we go. All right. I'm still looking forward to working with my 49 and Market stuff. I don't get to touch it as much as I really would like to, for sure. All right. So here is my last kit that I've selected. It's also a scrap room. And this one is called Vintage Orchard. I don't have anything from this collection. This paper is called Nestled. And this is scrap room from October 2024, if you're wondering. So this is the A side. This is the one I'm thinking of using. Here's the B side. This one is also really cute. Believe it or not, I'm using this for an outdoor layout, just because it has all of the real nature colors, which I love. Ooh, sorry, I hit. And then it came with 2 pieces of cardstock. And let me show you the sampling of supplies. I think once, well, let me finish my thought here. So I have a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's see, I have some die cuts and some acrylic. No, this is not acrylic. Acetate, more acetate. And then their die cuts, some labels, which I love. Some more acetate. Oh, that's perfect, because that's who's in my pictures. It's amazing. Okay. That's cute. Okay. So there's the sampling. I love that. That is perfect. I'm not going to have to work hard on my title for sure. So that is what I am thinking for my kits. What I was starting to say before my thoughts were getting interrupted. So I think that for the first kit, which is more of the travel one, I'm going to be probably mostly using these 2. Whereas I think these remaining rub-ons, and maybe even these, I guess I could use some of these though, back here. These are definitely usable, so I'll keep those. But I was thinking, like, after I finish that one that's more like travel related, I can set these aside, and I'll just be able to concentrate on these. Luckily, I think this one will match with the one, the kit I just showed you. This other one, I might have a little bit of a harder time with, except for the fact that it does have some blue. And this is the wrong, oh, what's this? Oh, that's just the packaging. I'm like, what's that? Maybe I could sprinkle some of this for sure. So that one will work with that one. And then what I don't think I have, and this is where I'm going to rely on probably unless I use some of these like black rub-ons, is that I'm going to have to use some of my background stamps for sure on these. But this is the one I was mentioning earlier, where I think, like, once I get done with this one, I will be able to put some of these travel ones for sure, the rub-ons, away, unless there's something that may be usable for me. So we'll get there. Like, stop rushing, right? Okay, so I think that will be good. I will try my best to also. I saw somebody, and now I can't remember who it is, doing a little bit of a sampling for themselves of like what color inks to also bring in, particularly when you're working with kits and stamps. So I think I'm going to do that as I put my kit together, because I think it will be fun to just have, again, very focused, small amount of Not that I have a ton of supplies, but obviously I want you know, the images to come out good, and so that I may need to test drive some of these to see how they stamp and what inks work better with them, but then I can refine the colors that I want to bring into my kit. So I hope you come back. I will share I will be doing a layout share, as we always do, at the end of the month, to let you know what I've created with these kits. And I sure hope that you will join me and my friends. I will have their channels linked in the description box who are playing along with this particular challenge. So we have Scylla at Choice Bits of Bliss. We have Teresa at For the Love of Paper Crafting. And we also have Jenny, who's Scrappy Jenny K. So I hope that you will support all of our channels as we play with 49 and Market this month. All right, guys, stay tuned. See you next time.